the percent proportion. This is section 9.5 in your book. We did proportions yesterday, and we are talking about congruent shapes and also similar shapes that were proportionate to each other. So that means that as one thing gets smaller, the other thing gets smaller at the same rate. Okay, at the same rate. Now we have 9.5 similar shapes. It's the same, congruent.
Okay, is there a better word for congruent?
There's several. So first off, the percent proportion, I want to let you know about the rate, or the ratio. It's going to be, oops, I might as well get a pen out. I'm going to use pink. We have the percentage. Percent over, we'll go percentage. Percentage over the base. And that's going to be the rate. Percentage over the base. Now the base is going to be the maximum of what it is, or the total, or the whole thing. Yeah. So percentage and rate. That's going to be the basic concept of percentages. So that's going to be one of the formulas that we're going to do, but there's also this next one, which is the percentage. We have part, and the base is also called the whole, and that equals the percent over 100, because percentages are always going to be out of 100%. And because I'm a very literal person, I don't like the term give your 110%. That's impossible, because the maximum that you're capable of is your 100%. Okay? Now, figures of speech, the way that we say it, yeah, it's like, oh, give 110%. No, you can't. You can improve by 110%, but you can't go above that, because see, but that's a comparison. That's a comparison. If you're comparing two things, you can increase or decrease by a certain percentage, but the bottom line is the whole is 100%, and if you're giving all you can, you're giving 100%. So that's going to be something that you need to memorize. There's also another phrase that we're going to have going with that. When you have a part or a whole, when you're doing this section, keep in mind that another word for the part that you will see as we're doing you know what? Let's do an example first. How did you do with the proportions yesterday? Then it's not going to be difficult. Fraction as a percent. A fraction as a percent. You might know how to do this just by your mathematical awareness. If you had that right there, would you know how to make that into percent? Okay, how would you? Could someone in your own words say, and it's okay if you don't, someone in your own words, how would you put that into a percent? Marion? Just divide it, yeah. If you were to divide 9 by 16, you would get a decimal. And you multiply that by 100, and you get your percentage. Okay? But we're going to be doing this a little bit different way. We have our percentage over base equals the rate, and we're going to create a percent proportion. So we have 9, which is our part. Right here, there's our 9, which is our part. And I'm going to have that equal, come on, percent over 100. If I put x there, do you realize that that's what I'm replacing? Okay. I'm replacing that. I'm looking for a percent. So now, once again, just like we've been doing yesterday and today, I'm going to do the cross products. So it goes 900 equals 16x. Now I just have to solve for x. Okay. 50 plus 30 is 80.
56
232. And the reason I'm doing this is because this is what I expect you guys to do when you have this.
What?
No, not 6.
Yeah, right.
Is it? 80
We have to draw the arrows.
times 10 to 5. 650, 80. Good. No, you don't have to. This is force of habit from 6th grade and pre-algebra. So we have 56.25. Now, I just found that 9/16 is equal to 56.25%. 56.25% through using the percent proportion. Using the percent proportion. So you just have a fraction, you set up a proportion, which is, I don't know, over 100. But that's not the only way that we can have this set up. Before I move on, are there any questions about that? Okay. How about so through the wording. Through wording, we could have why am I not writing on the line? 60. Yeah, we'll do 68 is 20% of what number? 68 is 20% of what number? Now, do you just multiply by 5?
No, I divide it by 2.5.
68. We're going to set up a proportion. I'm going to show you how you will be able to do this. Okay? I'm going to rewrite, and I would like you to rewrite the percent proportion. I want you to write those is part of whole. And why can I not draw horizontally? Is part of whole. Now it says 68 is. See how that's included in there? That's your clue as to where that goes. That's the part. That's the smaller number in this situation because we're not dealing with percentages over 100. But is, see how that is connected? 68 is. So that's going to help you out to say, all right, I'm going to put my 68 in the top left. And what other information do we have clued in here? The what? The percent. The percent. So the percent, we have 20. And that 100 is always going to be 100. So I can just put that right in there. And then to verify that we're doing the percent proportion set up correctly, look what it says here. Of what number? If it's what number, that's our variable, right? If we don't know what number we're looking for, that's our variable. So I have my variable. I like to use x. So now I'm going to do the cross products again. I'm going to do this over here, though. No, I'm not. Cross products. Cross products. Excuse me. So if it were 10, it would be 680, 680, 340. Now, do I have to do a percent? No. So I can just circle it like this. Yes, sir? Yeah, because I wasn't sure if he recognized that 20 is 1/5, or 20% is 1/5 of anything.
I multiply 5 by 5 by numbers
Adding a 0.
Or, no, moving a decimal.
Okay, so, right. Yeah. Yes, sir.
It wouldn't be easier.
Yeah, you're going to still do the same amount of arithmetic, but it will work. It will work, because it'll be just 2/10. So 2, yeah. Yep. If you'd like to. It's going to be the same amount of arithmetic, so whatever you feel comfortable. Or if that works faster for you, that's cool. All right, that's not the only way that you'll see some stuff. That one said 68 is 20% of what number? They could also have questions like, it'll be an easy one. I know it'll be quicker to do. What is 42% of 200? What is 42% of 200? So things that you should look for right away. We have what is, we have a 42% of 200. And look at the percent proportion here. Is part of whole. So, is part of whole. See how I picked up those clues? Now, you don't have to do this, but if there's any of them that you're not sure about or that doesn't look right, then you would want to pull out that information because there's like 16 of these on your homework. Yep. Yep, it's going to be, yeah. So we have, yeah, it's 84. You guys might have been able to figure out that right away, but I'm going to still set this up, and I want you to set it up this way. First off, I know that it's always going to be 100 on the lower right. I have a 42%. It says what is, so that's the what goes there. Of 200. Of 200. That is the whole. That is the whole. So now I just do my cross products. I'm going to do a dotted line. Oh, thank you. Oh, I thought that was rhetorical. 8,400. Just I can.
I can too, but I can't make it a straight line.
That's not straight. They're like, you know.
Witchcraft.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
So X is 84. So 84 is 42% of 200. 84 is 42% of 200. And there's another way that we could see this. We've seen the is part missing. We've seen the of part missing. And we can also see the percentage part missing. Yes?
So are you basically just multiplying the percent by the number?
Yeah. Yep. Yes, ma'am.
So if we do it differently, like if you're trying to find 20, what is like 20% or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
If we just multiply by 5, like then would you take off points if you didn't do the proportion? So based on what last night, like I did it differently and I had to go back and write a proportion for all of them because we said to.
Yeah, because the instructor said to write a proportion, and then yeah. Right. This one, these are a lot easier because I just made that last one up, but this one I'm going to make up. Then I'm not going to make sure it's easy. So because I know of a lot of your ability, just that made sense. Like right away, you saw that 20%. You understand how percentages work. I could see how that would work, but make sure that you know how to solve a percent proportion.
If we did it differently on one of the problems, would you take off points?
No. Bottom line is this. As I say often, as long as you can do this, if you have an ability to do it a different way and you show your work and you get the right answer, I'm cool. What is That was a weird felt noise. No. I said that weird. 47 is what percent of 321? 47 is what percent of 321? So I want to identify, if it doesn't jump out at me, I want to identify where things are going to fall. Said 47 is what percent of 321? There's the three things I need to plug in to my percent proportion. $47 is what percent of 321? I don't know the percent. Oops. So cross products, 4,700, 321x. I have to divide both sides by 321 in order to do inverse operations. And we'll go to just one decimal point.
Do you want to do that for everyone?
6, 4. Yeah, unless it's money, then we'll go to 2 decimal points. $149. 4 is it?
1, 2, 8.
So 1, 2, 4, 6, 206, 206, 0, 206, 0, 260, be 4, 5, 6, 6. So since it's 6, I'm going to round that way.
But you can't run.
I'm rounding to the nearest tenth.
You have to go out 1. You can't run.
I did. You just said it was 6. If this is...
So that's the 1, that's the 4, that's the... Where'd you get that second 1?
It was originally a 0, but he rounded up to make it a 1.
It's a 0.
Why?
And
Because he rounded
it doesn't go in
6 is higher than 5.
321.
Okay, you can puzzle me. Does this never end, or would it go on forever?
Well, I don't know off the top of my head. I made it up. So we have 14.1%. 14.1% is the correct answer for that one.
Why is it a percent?
Why is it a percent? Because it's asking us what percent.
Does it have to be a book, or is it a worksheet?
It's book.
Dang it. Do we have homework tomorrow?
Yes.
Yay. Is it in the book?
Yes.
Should be.
And there's your homework. Bye, YouTubes.